Happy New Year, everybody. Here's a quick video, something that's always there to make me crazy in Family Search, and I've run up against a bunch of them in this specific family. Somebody uploaded a GEDCOM file a long time ago. Not sure exactly when, but it was incorporated into the Family Search tree in 2012, and it has very little evidence in it, or it didn't have much evidence in it until I started to get to work on it. One of the things that was done is very wrong, and I want you to understand that it is very wrong. Okay, first off, yeah, there are little issues. Her name should be Douglas with 2 S's and whatever. I'll fix that stuff, but this is the bad thing. Somebody gave her a spouse named ? And yet, and I just removed it already, instead of a marriage date, it said UNMD. That was to indicate unmarried. Now, I found a bunch of these in this family, and I contacted Family Search. I sent them an email just the way you're supposed to do, and I said, you need to delete the following. And I gave all of the FSIDs, and like one of them is this dude here, delete these guys, please. They don't actually exist. They're representative of someone who never lived because the person to whom they are, quote, married, unquote, that person actually never married. So the response that I got was, you can detach them. That means they're still floating in the Family Search space if I do that. But apparently Family Search doesn't really give a crap as to whether or not they have a whole pile of these ? Not attached to anybody, and who don't exist in reality, who are placeholders. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about placeholders. So if you know that someone was married, a woman was married, and let's say, just for argument's sake, let's say that her maiden name was Ellen Douglas and her husband's name was Starr, but you can't find Mr. Starr anywhere. You would never, ever in a million years give somebody a punctuation mark for a name, okay? In the Family Search space, even putting parentheses around a surname, a married surname, for a woman who is married but you don't know her maiden name, even that sets off red flags here. In Ancestry, it's fine to do that. It doesn't interfere in any way with the search mechanism, and it just basically adds the name twice. So when Ancestry is constantly hunting for hints for you and trying to provide you with documents that you want to look at and that may or may not pertain to your ancestors, parentheses around the married surname for a woman whose maiden name you don't know is okay. However, if somebody is married and you don't know, or maybe you're not even sure whether the person married, never create someone with the name ? It is never, in any universe of genealogy, correct to do that. Even what I do with parentheses, some people just, they start to itch. They just can't stand it. So this is how you solve the problem, according to Family Search. Remove the information about the marriage, which I did, so the UNMD is no longer there. You see how it now says no marriage events? If I tap on the little pencil, you can see that originally there is a place for relationship events. That's where it said UNMD. So that's gone. Now what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to go back to the person who actually exists and whose hints I want to work. You can see that little bright blue circle above her name. That indicates that there are some hints to work. And I'm going to get rid of this dude, pending looking at to see, well, she's in a census with her own name. So I'm back arrowing. I'm going to get rid of this tie between this ? person and this person who actually lived and for whom there is evidence. So I go to the pencil and I say remove or replace husband. And in this case, I have reviewed, I am removing, and I'm going to say Ellen Douglas Starr, right? Ellen Whoops. Never married. I'm also going to say residue from a bad GEDCOM, because that's precisely where it came from, and that's precisely what it is. Now, I'm going to just remove, and what you'll see is he is nicked off. Bam, there he goes. Now he's gone. Now I can go ahead with Ellen Starr, Douglas Starr, and there are a couple of things I'm going to do. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add that second S. That's a hallmark of this family. I'm working all of the descendants who need work done of a guy named Asa Douglas, who is a, I don't know, 10th or something great-grandfather of mine, who was a Revolutionary War hero. So that's number one. What's the other thing I'm going to do? Down here, oh yeah, the note that says that she's dead, duh, that's going away. And I'm not even bothering with giving a reason. That just makes me mad. So she died in 1902. So come on, folks, please. Now, the other thing we want to do is she was unmarried and she never had children. So we want to mark her as such. So how do we do that in Family Search? Plus sign. Everything's in the plus sign. And I'm going to go to, there are two separate things. We're going to go no couple relationships. And then we're going to say no children. Now, when you look at this profile, you look at all the other field that has all this information in it, which includes all of the data of residences pulled from New York State and federal censuses. It also says no couple relationships and no children. That's there for somebody to see if they're going to do something dumb. I'm deleting this as well because it doesn't have the last name and it's unnecessary and the birth name is already there. Anyway, it shows that, all right, somebody has gone through this, paid a little attention. It's all well. She never married. So that's what makes me crazy tonight. And it's only the 6th of January, y'all. What else is going to make me nuts? Even before the end of the week. We've got a couple of days yet, and tomorrow I'm going to be snowed in. So heaven only knows, snowed in with a day off, how many things are going to make me mad. You just can't tell. It's part of the fun. Anyway, thanks for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Also, visit my Patreon at patreon.com/ancestorsalive and join for just $5 a month. You'll see these previewed earlier than anybody else does. And you will also be entered into various swag giveaways I'm having this year. That's going to be cool. And then just for joining, you'll be getting a little swag that way too. I really appreciate your support. I appreciate you watching this, and have a great morning, day, afternoon, evening, or night. Bye-bye.